This is where we talk real, no filters, no cap. Straight to the top and we never look back. This is where we talk real, no filters, no cap. Straight to the top and we never look back. Leaders in the building, money on the mind. Leveling up daily, leaving limits behind. Pull up, tune in, it's time to get it done. The Millionaires podcast has officially begun. Let's go. Tune in every week.
I want you to picture something with me for a second. Two people, same intelligence, same work ethic on paper. One of them is broke, one of them is a millionaire. And if you sat with them both down and asked them what do they do today, you would not be able to tell which one was which, because on the surface, their days look almost identical. But here's what's actually happening underneath. I have spent years now in rooms with multimillionaires, business dinners, masterminds, real estate closings, private group chats where the numbers being discussed would make most people's stomachs drop. And I want to tell you something that took me a long time to see clearly. It's not the money that makes them different. The money is the result. There is a pattern underneath it. The same 5 behaviors showing up over and over in every single wealthy person I have ever done life with. I call it the ceiling circle. The invisible line most people never cross because nobody ever showed them what's actually happening on the other side of it. And once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 things, all 5. And by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly which ones you already have and exactly which one is quietly keeping you out of the room. Hey y'all, my name is Dr. V, Dr. Viola Pierce, CEO of VP Nursing and the host of the Millionaire Nurse CEO podcast. If you're getting value from this episode, do me a quick favor. Take a second to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with another nurse who needs to hear it. Every time you like, comment, review, or share, it helps us reach more nurses who are ready to build bigger careers, bigger businesses, and bigger impact. Now let's get back to today's episode. Now, I didn't grow up around wealthy people. I started out as an LPN in 1992. And so when I started sitting in rooms with actual millionaires and billionaires, real estate rooms, business rooms, mastermind rooms, I was watching them like a scientist. I wasn't just enjoying the conversation. I was taking notes because I wanted to know what is actually different here. What are they doing that nobody else taught me? And so today, I'm not going to give you theory. I'm going to give you what I have personally watched with my own eyes over and over again in the millionaires and the billionaires that I do life with. Some of what I'm about to say is going to feel like I'm calling you out. I want you to hear me. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you up. There's a difference. Now, at the end of the episode, tell me which one of the 5 you think is your strongest one right now. I read every single comment. Because let me tell you something, the reality is none of these 5 things required money to start, not one. This is what makes it so frustrating and so freeing at the same time. Number 1, every millionaire I know thinks in years, while most people think in weeks. Here's what I mean. I've sat across the table from people making decisions about a piece of property, and I'm asking, what's the plan? And they're not talking about next month. They're talking about what this asset does in 7 years, in 15 years, for their grandchildren. Meanwhile, the average person is making decisions based off what solves the problem sitting in front of them today. I call this the time travel vision. The ability to make a decision today based on where you want to be, not where you currently are. Most people are stuck in what I call the now trap. Every decision filtered through what do I need to do right now, instead of who am I building toward. And I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this really well. You cannot build a future you refuse to picture. That's not motivation, that's a fact. The millionaires I know can describe their life in 10 years in specific detail. The business, the properties, the impact. Most people can't get past, I hope things get better. But here's where it gets really interesting because thinking future is step 1, but it means nothing without step 2. Step 2, they invest in themselves. Now, no, most people stop here. That's the mistake. Every single millionaire I know spends money on their own growth before they spend it on comfort. coaching, masterminds, books, rooms they had to pay to get into. Turns out the fastest way to close the gap between where you are now and where you want to be is to buy the shortcut of somebody else who has already made the mistake. I call this closing the discipline gap. The distance between what you know you should do and what you're actually willing to pay to make sure you do it. If you're sitting there thinking, I can't afford to invest in myself right now, I want you to hear me. The version of you that hasn't invested is the version staying broke. Every wealthy person I know did it scared, did it broke, and did it anyway. And that matters, but it's not even the most important part. Trait number 3, they are consistent. Here's the deal. The millionaires I know are boring in the best way. Same routines, same non-negotiables, same effort on a random Tuesday as on the day everybody's watching. Actually, that's the whole secret. There is no secret. The reason why most people never build wealth isn't a lack of big idea. It's the small thing every single day when nobody's clapping. Nurse leaders, experts, coaches, consultants, and service-based business owners, listen closely. AI is changing business, healthcare, education, marketing, and leadership, and nurses cannot afford to be behind the curve. That is why we are hosting the Masquerade Millionaire Nurse CEO Conference happening April 16th through the 17th, 2027. We are bringing together 300 nurses into a room of powerful transformational experience where we will be unmasking the AI secrets, business strategies, automation tools, and consulting frameworks that nurse entrepreneurs need to build profitable coaching, consulting, and service-based businesses. This is not just another conference. This is a room where nurses stop guessing, stop waiting for permission, and start learning how to use AI to turn their expertise into income, impact, and freedom. And here's the best part. Once you purchase your ticket, you will not have to wait until the conference to start getting value. We will be releasing special bonuses along the way to help you stay above the curve, prepare your business, understand AI shift, and walk into the room ready to execute. Only 300 nurses will be in the room. The mask is coming off April 16th through the 17th, 2027. Get your ticket to the Masquerade Millionaire Nurse CEO Conference. Comment AI and we'll send you over the details. Motivation gets you started. Consistency gets you paid. I want you to hear that again. Motivation gets you started. Consistency gets you paid. Y'all, this is the deal. The wealthy people I know are not the most talented people in the room half the time. They're the most consistent. Now, here's where most people get stuck. And it's not a mindset problem. It's an action problem. Trait number 4, they are action takers. Every millionaire I know moves before they feel ready. Every single one. The average person waits for permission, waits for the perfect plan, waits until they feel confident. I call that waiting the permission delay. Sitting on a decision you already know the answer to because you're waiting for certainty that's never coming. The truth is, the perfect plan you never execute is just an expensive daydream. I've watched people I know make a 7-figure decision in a single phone call because they'd already done the thinking. The moment just required movement. Meanwhile, the average person is still Googling. Trait number 5, they surround themselves with people further ahead. And this is the one that no one talks about enough. Every wealthy person I know is intentional, almost ruthless about who is in the room with them. Not because they think less of anybody, but because they understand something most people never get taught. Your income, your thinking, your ceiling, it starts to mirror the 5 people closest to you. Show me your circle and I'll show you your ceiling. I'll show you your future. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me. This is not about cutting people off. This is about being honest about who is stretching you and who is settling you. Every millionaire I know pays to be in rooms with people who make them feel like the least accomplished person there on purpose. That's not ego, that's strategy. So let's bring this all the way home because I told you at the beginning, this isn't 5 random observations. This is a pattern and I've named it. I call it the focus framework because at the end of the day, that's exactly what separates the people who build wealth from the people who just talk about it. F is future-focused thinking. They make today's decisions based off the next 10 years, not the next 10 days. O is own your growth. They invest money and time in themselves before they ever ask the world to invest in them. C is consistency. They do the boring, unclapped for work on days nobody is watching. U is undeniable action. They move before they feel ready, because readiness is a myth and momentum is truth. S is surround yourself strategically. They guard the room around them like it's the asset that it actually is, because it is. When you apply all 5, not just the ones that feel comfortable, here's what changes. Your decisions start getting bigger, your circle starts getting smaller and stronger, and your results start looking less like luck and more like the pattern I just handed you. Here's what I want you to do this week. 5 things tied directly to focus. 1, write down where you want to be in 10 years, specifically, not a vibe, a number, a business, a life. That's your time travel vision starting point. 2, find one investment in yourself you've been putting off, a course, a coach, a room, and commit to it before the end of the month. When you invest before you feel ready, the growth shows up faster than you expect. 3, pick one non-negotiable action and do it every single day for the next 30 days, no matter how you feel. That's how you close the discipline gap. 4, identify one decision you've been sitting on. Make it this week, not next week, this week. 5, look at the 5 people you talk to the most and ask yourself honestly, are they in the ceiling circle with you or are they keeping you in it? If you're ready to be around people who are actually building, that's exactly what we do inside the Next Live training. Comment focus and I'll send you over the details. So let's recap. 5 things: future focused thinking, own your growth, consistency, undeniable actions, surround yourself strategically, focus. That's the pattern. That's what I've watched over and over in every millionaire and billionaire I've ever done life with. And none of it required them to start with money. If this episode hit something in you, do me this favor. Like it, subscribe if you haven't, and drop a comment telling me which letter of focus you're working on next month. I want to see it. Y'all, at the end of the day, wealth isn't a personality trait. It's a pattern. And patterns can be learned. I'm telling you this with all my heart. Next episode, we're going even deeper. I'm going to break down the one thing that's quietly separating people who build a business from the people who build an empire. You don't want to miss it. Until then, go be great. Now, before you go, I want to give you one more thing because I know exactly who's listening to this. Here's what I didn't say yet. Every one of those 5 traits, future-focused thinking, own your growth, consistency, undeniable action, surround yourself strategically. I watch nurses skip every single one of them when it comes to AI. Not because they're not smart enough, because nobody ever told them the skill they're scared of right now is the exact skill that's about to separate the nurses who lead from the nurses who get led. Think about it. Future-focused thinking means you can't keep waiting to see if the AI thing is real. It's already redesigning healthcare. The only question is whether you're in the room or being talked about in it. Own your growth means you invest in learning the language of AI right now, while it's still early, instead of waiting until everybody else already has the head start. Consistency means you show up and practice the tools weekly, not once and never again. Undeniable action means you stop waiting for permission from a title. You don't need to start consulting, and surround yourself strategically. That one's simple. Get around nurses who are already doing this instead of the nurses who are still debating whether it's safe to try. Take this from my heart. Your clinical expertise is not being replaced by AI. It's about to become the most valuable thing in the room if you learn to speak the language. That's the whole reason why I built the education I wish had existed for me. Not another certification, a full transformation from the bedside to the boardroom. So if Focus told you what wealthy people do, this is where you apply it to the exact shift happening in healthcare right now. Comment boardroom and I send you what the first step looked like. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the episode, leave us a review, and share this episode with the nurse leaders, and healthcare professionals in your life who need to hear this message. Every share helps us reach another nurse who deserves to hear that their expertise has value far beyond the bedside. Thank you for spending time with me. Until next time, keep leading, keep building, and keep creating the future of nursing. And I'll see you on the next episode.